Welcome everybody. This is Frank, Everything Black. How you guys doing today? I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope everything went your way today. Today I just want to talk about those Democrats. If you are doing any traveling as far as going through the airport, trying to catch your flight, and you running late, or you got to go there 3 hours early now because they don't have enough TSA workers. I mean, it is packed, and not because everything backed up as far as the airline. Of course, we have that winter storm last week, but man, TSA is not getting paid. Homeland Security is not getting paid. Now, why would a Congress or Democrats not want the American people to get paid while they make decisions? This whole thing is silly to me. These people are working but going broke. Paycheck to paycheck. They already paycheck to paycheck. Then tell them that they're not getting a check. How these people supposed to pay their bills? Now, the Trump administration saved us from the last shutdown because they ended up paying most people for. They had a little change left over, and the TSA guys was getting paid, for a little while. Then they go back to negotiation after these Democrats come off their vacation. Then they go back to shutting it down again. So the TSA and the Department of Homeland Security people are not getting a check. Imagine that you work for the government and you're not getting a check. That don't make sense. This should be against the law. This should be illegal. If you're a TSA worker, man, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. If you're a Homeland Security worker, I'm so sorry y'all going through that. But blame the Democrats, okay? When you go to those polls, when y'all go in there showing I voted badges, you need to think about what they did to y'all while y'all was not working. While y'all couldn't get a patient. They shut it down. Okay? They shut it down. They didn't care. So when you ready to vote for these people come November, when it's time to go to them polls, you better remember who had you out of work. And I would go as a group, as a TSA and Homeland Security group. I would go and I would vote against those damn Democrats. I don't care what they trying to offer. Unless they offer y'all some back pay, and unless they offer y'all some benefits. You know what I'm saying? Make them pay for your vote. And that's to all FBA voters. You make them pay you for your vote. Don't just run in there giving your vote away. Stop that shit. Okay? So let's look at some of the stuff they're doing. Give me 1 second.
Chris Van Cleef. This is not what flyers hope to see arriving at the New Orleans airport Monday morning. staffing shortages stemming from soaring sick calls. The line snaking its way through the terminal for a second straight day. Sunday, people were in line for hours, stretching out into the parking garage.
I was here 3 weeks ago during Mardi Gras, and it was no problem. This is insane.
I had to change my flight, so rather than a 3 p.m. flight, it is now a 8 p.m. flight.
At Houston's Hobby Airport, wait times topped 3 hours Sunday, and by
Man, you heard that? 3 hours. People are out in the parking area. Your Democrat Party don't see that? The Democrat Party don't care. They don't care if you're missing your flights, if you delay on your flight. They don't care about your travel. This is during spring break for a lot of kids and families. For a lot of families, this is spring break. Look at these lines. If your flight is at 3 o'clock, it won't be until 8 o'clock. 5-hour delays, people. When y'all go to those polls in November, you guys better know. You guys better know how to vote. The Democrat Party. I mean, if y'all gonna vote for Democrat or Republican, me, I'm out of it. If they don't offer me no cash, I don't vote. If they don't offer protection of a hate crime bill for Foundation Black Americans, I don't vote. See, there's things that I would not vote for. You're gonna have to pay me for my vote, and I suggest every American ask for some type of pay for your vote from your whatever party you decide to vote for. The Republicans ain't no better, but at least they ain't shutting down to keep people from getting paid. That should be against the law. People gotta eat, people gotta survive, and you're gonna cut their checks off? You refuse to pay them? When you vote Democrat, this is what you're gonna get.
by Monday, the line was still at least 2 hours long just to get to security.
We had missed both our flights.
Now, some airports are telling flyers to get here at least 3 hours before their flights. This surge in wait times comes as the airlines are preparing to fly 171 million people for spring break, and as a partial government shutdown policies enters its fourth week. The second prolonged government shutdown since October is taking a toll on some of the government's lowest paid workers. A full paycheck this week and have no idea when the next one will come, driving the spike in sick calls.
We don't need a promise of a paycheck. We need a paycheck. We can't go to the bank with a promise.
With a political stalemate continuing in Washington, a trip to the airport means a flight of uncertainty at airports nationwide.
I mean, look at her, people. You got people all in the parking garage. You ever seen that? That has never, ever happened. And it's during spring break. What in the hell is going on? Blame you're a Democrat. This shouldn't be happening, people. They are holding TSA workers' paychecks. They're holding home security pay. These are the people that watch over us. These are the people that get us through the airport quickly and sufficiently. And all this is over immigrants. You're a Democrat, want to protect immigrants. And hell, most of them are working as TSA workers. Most of them are not even getting paid now. Those are the people that they fighting over to make sure they get jobs and take American housing and all that type of stuff. Now think about this: if you're a black family and you gotta wife, if she married, she can't get housing with you. They gonna go in there and try to cut that out. But if an immigrant family come here together, not only is one family getting some money, the other 6 people that's moving in there with them gonna get some money. You do what I'm saying? They make a way. Not only that, they get them a check, they get them a credit card, they get them a grant for them to try to apply, start a business. These people don't come over here with $1. They come over here with money already in hand. Hell, the cartels give them money to get over here. The church is giving them money to get over here. And drawing a map and telling them how to do it. You see what I'm saying? They make a way. When it comes to other immigrants and other groups, they get paid. Foundation Black Americans are the only ones who don't even get a check. We don't get nothing from the government. And we built the country. You have people like Jasmine Crockett saying that immigrants built the country. Well, let's go back in time. Where were they at? Look, I wish we had I'm pretty sure we got pictures showing that there was no immigrants here. There was nobody here but Foundation Black Americans, the people who built the country. They got paid off of this country, got rich off us. Not only this country, but Europe got rich off us. But when it's time to pay us the money they owe us, everybody gets silent. And this is the reason why things are like it is, because you guys owe Foundation Black Americans. Now look at what's happening to you.
Wide. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Phoenix.
Tonight, new reports of long lines at several American airports. This is Newark International, where flyers experience extended wait times at security. TSA agents are working without pay and losing patience fast. CBS's Tim McNicholas is there with major problems looming this spring break. Tim.
Good evening. Live paycheck to paycheck, and this is now the third federal funding lapse in the last year. This time it's happening during the spring break travel rush.
Security starts here.
From Austin, Texas to Philadelphia, New York City to New Orleans, travelers are running into long security lines and travel headaches.
I might miss the flight, and I have a connection to my hometown in Wisconsin.
Federal data shows more than 300 TSA employees have resigned during the partial shutdown. Unscheduled absences have doubled. The TSA says it's adjusting operations. Johnny Jones is a TSA officer at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and the Secretary-Treasurer representing 45,000 TSA officers nationwide.
A lot of people sometimes.
Did y'all hear that? These people are not getting paycheck, so they have to go and give plasma. You guys ever gave plasma before? If you haven't, let me tell you about it, because I have. I've done it. That's a process itself. And you have to they get the plasma off the liquid in your blood. And it's for burn victims. It's a good thing to do. But these people, they make millions, billions of dollars off the plasma and only give the person that's donating like $100, $80 here and there. I think it equals up to like $800 a month extra. So if you need $800 a month, you might want to go give some plasma blood to get you through the week if you're short. But if you have like diabetes or something like that, you can't do it, or you have high blood pressure. So you must be a little healthy. And a lot of homeless people who you think will be unhealthy are donating plasma. So when you get burnt and you get some help, then you understand where that money come from. So when you see homeless people, if you don't know, they give a lot of the plasma. Uh, and low income people who are living paycheck to paycheck. So thank those people. If you can and you know they're doing it, then give them a little tip when you see them out on the streets. Anyway, so you see how the Democrats working? They're standing up for immigrants while you, American workers, and some of y'all are immigrant workers. I mean, a lot of them work out there at the airport. Let's be real. Let's be one on one. A lot of your immigrants are TSA workers in Homeland Security. Okay. And like I say, once they come up, once they get their papers, then they back on the Republican side. So Democrats, you losing every year fighting for immigrants. You thinking that they're gonna vote for you? Yeah, maybe 1 year, maybe 1 out of the 4 years, but that 5th year, they back with the Republicans because they know how you guys are, or they learn in 4 years how you guys are. You'll leave them without paycheck like you're doing now. You do exactly what you're doing now. You stop the government just so you can push more immigrants and LGBT laws to screw up the country. If you went and voted for a Democrat, and I know a lot of y'all voted for Jasmine Crockett, and she big up the immigrants. Most of her speeches was immigrants working in slave jobs. Most of her speeches was about that and LGBTQ. So next time, before you go voting, I want y'all to remember this crap right here.
In the middle of next week, they're going to run out of money. They don't have no way of getting to work. They won't have a car with gas to drive to work in.
Democrats have refused to approve the Department of Homeland Security's budget unless GOP lawmakers and the White House agree to changes to ICE, including requirements for agents to wear IDs. The ongoing Democrat shutdown of the TSA for longer than...
One thing that's pretty consistent that I've heard from the workforce, they are tired of being political pawns in the middle of a tug of war between the political parties that we have running our government.
Jones said, even though officers feel demoralized, they are committed still to protect flight due to TS Airlines control. Jerika.
Now you heard that? Not only are they making you late because your Democrats are blocking or fighting for ICE, the people who protect American citizens from illegal immigrants, people being over here illegally and committing major crimes. They protecting, they are fighting against them, and they're making the people who are working, trying to not to commit crime by working and paying their bills, they're cutting their checks so they can't pay bills. Not only that, if you miss your flight, that's your fault. They consider that's your fault. Even though they telling you your flight may be canceled or delayed to a later time because they can't get the people through the airport quick enough. So now, not only that, you're going to have to come up with more money to catch it. If you have a connecting flight, you might have to come up with more money to catch that next flight. Or they'll connect you, but it might take them 24 hours to do so. So you might have to spend a night at the airport. Or go get you a hotel room that you don't get refunded for. Now, I'm a travel agent also. And if you get with the right travel agent, they can make sure that if there's any delays or cancellation, there's an insurance that you can get that will protect you in a situation like that. Okay? So, man, I feel sorry for those guys who are not getting their checks. Let's go look at something else. I think I got something else up here. Let's finish this one out. I don't think I'm finished.
All right, good information. Thank you, Tim. Tonight, the CEOs of 10 major U.S. airlines are demanding Congress end a funding stand.
Staffing challenges are colliding with a spring break travel rush, made even worse by a weekend snowstorm in the Midwest. Unscheduled absences have doubled, according to the federal government.
You hear that? 200 TSA, or wait a minute, let's go back. I want to make sure I tell y'all that right. Let's bag up a little bit.
TSA staffing challenges are colliding with a spring break travel rush, made even worse by a weekend snowstorm in the Midwest.
Absolute mayhem, if you ask me.
More than 3 absences have doubled, according to the federal government.
So 300 TSA workers have resigned. And they have no choice. They had to. You got to feed their families. I think this is the most illegal thing you could do to a family. Stop their checks. Stop them from getting a check because you trying to fight for ICE to control itself, to not exist or to slow down arresting people who are here illegally. You rather for that to go on than for these people to get paid. That is stupid. Y'all remember this when y'all go to y'all voting facilities. Blame your Democrat. Not only blame, but thank them for the situation you're in. Thank them for not being able to feed your family. Thank them for raising the gas prices. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's their fault. I think that's Republican fault on this war that we're having. But thank them for not getting a check. You can deal with the high gas prices if you got a check. You know what I'm saying? You can deal with that problem if you got a check. But if somebody cutting your check off, you going to work every day and you don't get a check, that's slavery. Welcome to slavery, TSA drivers. Workers. That's what slavery is. You work. You come to work every day. You produce for me. You produce for the CEOs at all these airlines. You pay the airline workers, but you don't pay the guys who protect them. You don't protect the people who protect the people at the airport. Keep them from bringing bombs and monkey meat through the airport. Wow. Thank your Democrats. TSA, thank your Democrats. When you don't have food on the table, thank your Democrats. When you have to go up to the plasma place to give blood so you can make it to a job that don't refuse to pay your check, thank your Democrats. When you go vote, in this primary in November. Thank you, Democrats. And I heard they got the lowest rating ever right now. Thank you, Democrats, for all that they do for the American people. I mean, they ain't doing nothing worse than what Trump and them are doing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna repeat that. They're worse than Trump then. So if you think Trump and them is bad, shit, Democrats is worse. Look at their record. They got these people out here right now. Look, a while back, a lot of people wasn't getting paid. Remember that? A while back, a lot of government people wasn't getting paid because of the Democrats trying to fight ICE, the people who protect you from illegal immigrants over here killing and robbing and stealing and fraud. How you expect somebody who do all that crazy shit in their country, who backstab each other in their country, they can't build their country up, but you're going to bring them over here and expect them to be citizens? Really? Really, Democrats? This is what happens when you leave things in the hands of Democrats.
President Trump blames the funding lapse on Democrats who refuse to approve the Department of Homeland Security's budget unless GOP lawmakers and the White House guys paid. Chris Sununu is the CEO of Airlines for America, the trade group that represents the airlines, urging Congress to act.
The American public because of it.
The TSA says it's adjusting operations to deal with the staffing constraints.
I think the longer you're
A union representative for 45,000 tired of being, quote, political pawns in the middle of a tug of war. Jerika.
Tim McNicholas, thank you.
Tens of thousands of TSA agents are not getting paid because of a government shutdown now more than a month old. 10% thereabouts of agents called out sick yesterday. More than 300 quit in respondent Chris Van Cleve.
Today long, they took 2.5 hours to navigate. TSA staffing issues forced one of the airport's checkpoints to close. Over the weekend, this was the scene at the Austin, Texas nationally.
And we're hoping to make it for sure.
Robert Echeverria worked the TSA checkpoints at the Salt Lake City airport for 9 years, but with no paycheck or end in sight to the latest partial government shutdown, he quit.
I love the agency. I love the people that I worked with, but my family has to come first.
Was it?
So you have here two people who I'm pretty sure used to be immigrants are saying that they had to quit TSA because they couldn't afford to feed their family. One of them is an interview. This guy heard the interview, and let me get back over here.
A hard decision to leave?
It definitely was.
And this guy is the worker. You see what I'm saying? These are the people they have to control us. You don't see a lot of black people there. But anyway, they the first to go. I think black people, they hang on to the last minute just like anybody else. But you see what's going on. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you, Democrats. when you don't have a paycheck coming from the government, when you don't have a way to feed your family, you don't have anything there. Thank you, Democrats. This is Frank Blanton with Everything Black. Thank y'all for joining me. Please come back, check in, subscribe. To help my channel, share my channel with people, like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll see y'all next time.